Hi, I'm Tasha. I'm at GLNS College and I'm 19 years old and I've been in care for 10 years. I came into foster care because my mum developed a serious illness. She couldn't cope on her own, and I felt that I wouldn't be able to manage on my own as well, as I never had a dad there as well. When I first came into foster care, I felt like I was really nervous, was all upset all the time, didn't know what's going to happen, but I finally got the support throughout my carers and social work, learning about my life and how to change it. So it's really good. A good foster carer is someone who listens to that child, supports them all the way through the meetings and through daily life, and just to help them. What's really worked for me is just getting that support from my foster mum, and learning about their family and how they work towards their goals in education. So it's really boosted my confidence in college as well. My college is at GLNS College in Dalkeith. Study it all the time. Really hard work but fun going at the same time. Good memories I've had in foster care is meeting the family, going out of family outings and going on holidays with the family. If you're going to be a foster carer, just go for it. Midlothian children really need a foster home and really need the support, so please go for it.
Hello, I'm Shirley Delaney and my family and I have been fostering for Midlothian for 7 years. My husband's George and I've got a son George, he's 21, and my daughter Caroline who's 17. My husband and I decided to foster many years ago, even before we had our own children, just through knowing other foster carers. And then one of my friends actually fosters, and I'd been watching what she was doing and came home one night and said to my husband, you know what, I think we could do this, we could do what she does. And my husband said, right, go on, phone up, and so I did, and here we are now. Probably the most challenging thing about fostering is making sure your own children fit in. I know when I first started fostering, my daughter was only 10 and she did resent the attention that I was paying to other foster children, and I just had to make time for the children equally, and things just worked themselves out. And as my own children have got older, they just accept fostering is just the way of life in our house, and they love it. I think the main benefits for my children would be just, it's made them very aware of actually how lucky they are, knowing a wee bit about the background of some of the children that we've looked after and what they've been through. Actually makes them realise that they are very lucky with what they have got. I found most rewarding about fostering is actually just seeing children thrive, you know, because quite often they can be in a bad way when they first arrive. I did have worries before I started. Initially I remember a child about to arrive, and I remember feeling very, very anxious, not knowing what to expect, how this child was going to be. And to be honest, I'm actually like that every time before a child arrives. I do get very anxious because I have just no idea what to expect. But to be honest, once the child arrives, you just go on automatic pilot, and it's not a problem at all. It's there is a lot of support out there. Being a foster carer, you have your own support worker who you can phone up any time, and if you can't get her, you always get somebody else that's on duty if you've got any concerns about anything, and I've always found them very supportive. You've also got lots of training that's always coming up, and it's really good and worthwhile going along to. You learn a lot from that. I would say that fostering isn't for everybody, but if you have got a lot of patience and you've got the room and you think you can do it, then you go and you do it.
I'm Tony Young, my wife Dale. We've been foster carers with Midlothian District Council for the last 7 years.
We'd been thinking about fostering for quite a number of years, however we never ever had the space, and we wanted to give our own children their time with us. So when they were older and left married, that's when we decided to go ahead with the fostering. Becoming foster carers was a decision we took along with our 2 daughters and their husbands, because we feel they had to be really involved. One of our daughters is our main registered babysitter for the foster children, and I feel it was more an extension to the family. That's how we looked at it. It was going to be an extension to the family, and my daughters are just like an extension to the foster children that come here. They can go to their house just as much as they can come to mine. I find working with the parents can be 99% of the most challenging times of fostering, having to sort of not be judgmental on how they live their life and how you feel that they should be living their life for the help of their child.
We found the rewards when the children come into care, and when the children leave to go back to their birth parents, how great it is to see how we've changed or help or make a contribution to changing their lives. It's great to see their parents. We've had a few parents have changed their circumstances, have made it so the children do go back to the birth parents. There's the children still come back to visit us. They sometimes come in and request a meal now and again, and that is the reward, working with children, seeing them going back and how they've turned out after being in care, and knowing that we've contributed to help the children go back to their parents.
When you're a foster carer, you receive a lot of support from the social work department. You have the family placement team, who we have a social worker assigned to us who's on the phone 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. There's an emergency duty team if you require it after that. The child also has their own social worker who you can also contact if there's any problems. I also find it helpful as foster carers in the area. I go to the support groups. I can always phone one of them because maybe they've had more experience in that kind of child than I've had, and they can help. So there is quite a lot of support out there, definitely. There is also training, ongoing training. I mean, I've been to lots of training. Tony's been to training. We've been to training together. We've been to training separate. So there is a lot of training.
I would suggest to any prospective foster carers, anyone that was thinking about fostering children, to go to the family placement team within their council, speak to them, go through the prep group from start to finish, and there is rewards. It's life-changing for themselves and for the children. When I started fostering, I was a smoker, heavy smoker. I changed my life round because I was so desperate to work with these children and make a difference to them. And I would say to anyone, if they have a spare room to give a child a chance.
Hi, I'm Tonya Gray, and I'm the team leader of Midlothian Family Placement Team. We currently have a shortage of foster carers, and this means that too many children have to be placed out with Midlothian, away from their families and their communities. We need more local foster carers to care for local children. So, do you have room in your heart and room in your home to make a difference to the lives of Midlothian's vulnerable children? We are a dynamic and experienced group of social workers and foster carers, and we'd like people from all backgrounds to join our team. We can offer you a great support package. We have a new Skills to Foster scheme, and this has 3 levels of payment. We can also offer you accredited and continuous training, and you will have a dedicated social worker who can visit you at home, and 24-hour support is available. But the biggest reward of all is when you realise you have the power to change a child's life. So if you've been thinking about fostering for a while, but you're not sure, then please do give us a call, because Midlothian children need Midlothian carers.